we had made other plans, and other plans before those other plans that were interrupted by the outbreak of the Ebola virus disease in West Africa. And even though Nigeria was never banned, even during the height of the small outbreak that happened in that country, we were never banned. But the government wanted Barbados to exercise extreme caution, given what they thought were their ability to cope with if there was any outbreak, and to give them time to put certain things in place. So the project, the arrival of the students was put off for some months. Finally, we arrived in the Caribbean in December at a time of peak occupancy. So whereas our issue was not money, the money was already paid to the hotel we had planned to go to, but we could not be accommodated because they had taken up bookings when we failed to arrive by November 1. So at this point, with the enormous goodwill and somewhat the various kinds of attention we've been having, we're in a position where we have, every single person in Barbados must know, and certainly hoteliers, that we're looking for hotels. But also the serious stakeholders have come forward with some reasonable options that we are investigating and negotiating with, and will soon be able to announce with some certainty when the students can be relocated to a possible other hostel. The BCC, as you will have seen, much of this has been in the newspapers. They started their familiarization and orientation there after their in-country orientation the week before that. So they're ready. We have, His Excellency and I have toured the school, the Hospitality Institute. We've gone to the BCC itself and met the senior staff and the principal. The students themselves are entirely, beside themselves with excitement to meet with their other young people and the colleagues and their academic tutors in the school. So within days they'll be starting their actual classes, but are in the middle of their own orientation and familiarization with the various departments within the BCC.
It is my assessment from observing the negotiations, the discussions, hearing the grievances of the students, hearing their interaction with their deputy governor and the management of the program, that the challenges have been clearly articulated. They've been heard by the sponsors of the students. That is the Delta State government, and they've been heard by the management of the program. And we've been assured by the officials from Nigeria that every effort with alacrity is being pursued to ensure that these challenges are dealt with as soon as possible. I visited the students on the first day at community college. They appeared settled and anxious to get on with their work. I'm certain that they're benefiting from the energy of being in the school setting that has restarted, because as you're aware, the other students from community college, the Barbadian students, and other foreign students will be there already settling in. And we want to assure the public that the government will continue to watch, oversee, and ensure that the concerns of the students are dealt with, that they continue to benefit from this program, and that the initiative is given every possibility of success.
I really wish to thank the Prime Minister who has set up a special committee to look after the affairs of our students with a view of resolving the current challenges that the program is facing. Particularly, I also want to thank the governor who has appointed Dr. Derek Murray, who is the head of the Commission of Pan-African Affairs to liaise between government and the students with a view of ensuring that this program is delivered safely. No less deserving of my gratitude is the Minister for Education, Science, Tech, and Innovation for the declaration of support for the program. In the same vein, I also thank the Minister for Foreign Affairs for exceptional interest in the program and seeing that the students settle down quickly, all the problem resolved, so that we can have a successful completion of this program upon which a bigger dimension can be built upon to cement the relationship between Delta State government and the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the government of Barbados and the people of Barbados for the mutual benefit of both countries and our people. Yes, Delta State sent students here against the background of the fact that as a government, we seek to improve the welfare of our people. And we have decided to do this under a 3-point agenda of peace and security, human capital development, and infrastructural capital development. All of these are backed by the bigger policy of Delta Beyond Oil, because Delta State is one of the few oil-producing states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we believe that oil one day will either get exhausted or will suffer a degree of prices as we are currently experiencing. And therefore, whatever money we are getting from oil should quickly be invested to develop human assets, particularly the youth, who represent the future of our state and of our country. This, against this background, we engaged Donna St Hill, Equity International, to arrange a market-driven demand skills program for our students. First in Trinidad and Tobago, in the area of oil services, drilling and welding. And secondly, in the area of tourism and agriculture in Barbados, for which Barbados is known for. The students in Trinidad and Tobago are well settled, except the one here. But over and above that, there have been very vicious press reporting about the entire program. It has been described in some papers as scam. It has been described in other papers as a program designed to facilitate corruption and other inappropriate relationship. We felt very bad about this. And it was against this background, the government decided that I should come to see what is really happening. And I came in for some 3 days now. Since then, I've seen the top officials of the Barbados government. First is the Minister for Education, Science, Technology and Innovation, and Minister for Foreign Affairs. And I've also seen the head of the Commission for Pan-African Affairs, and I've been to the students and listened to their complaints. Basically, as Donna St Hill said, and articulated by Derek, the complaints are threefold. One is accommodation. they are not happy with the accommodation because they believe it's too far from the school, and they want an accommodation that is fairly closer to the school and closer to the heartbeat of Barbados. 2, and as a corollary, food. They are not also at home with the food. This was contemplated and anticipated by Donna St Hill herself when we negotiated this relationship in the United States, in Nigeria. And she thought that the best way to deal with that problem was to hire the services of a Nigerian caterer to provide food for them. I personally felt that, well, if our students are coming here, let them come here in full force and enjoy whatever is here to be enjoyed in the course of acquiring the skills they have come here to learn. But she was very concerned that no, they should get the best of what they are used to. And she decided to do that, and we agreed. So, the other thing they complain of is medicals, that they need a doctor to attend to them as and when they are sick. Truly, one will not say that their demand is inordinate, it's legitimate. They need to be comfortable, at least feel comfortable, because it's more for them. Feel comfortable before they can settle down to do their studies. However, we appreciate that the fault is not all on the side of Donna St Hill. We had issues of Ebola that shifted the time of arrival of the students